Just believe in yourself, bro. That's what every bad performance coach, motivational speaker, and self-help guru tells entrepreneurs to do in order to achieve their goals. It's also plain wrong, or at least insufficient. In fact, over-obsessing with self-belief might be the reason why you feel stuck right now. In the past years, I worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, some of which had zero self-belief or self-confidence, and they were able to still succeed. Why? Because I trained them in a rare psychological skill that research proved that is warranted to make you successful. While most entrepreneurs are boosting themselves up, trying to feel more confident, elite entrepreneurs focus on something else entirely. And this video is about that specific skill that will finally get you unlocked. Welcome back. I'm Castillo, founder also of Selfmastered Performance Institute for Founders. New to the channel? Subscribe now so you never miss out on the videos that we publish every single week. Now, before I share with you what that skill is and how you can train it, let me share with you a story. See, a couple years ago, I worked with a client who was extremely smart. He had invested $40,000 in courses in order to become an entrepreneur. He was very good at sales, very good at marketing, and he also knew a lot of the self-help material around achievement. He was visualizing every day, affirming in the mirror, having a vision board, doing everything. Yet, after 4 years, he was still in the same place. As soon as we started working together and I unlocked this skill, he was able to scale his new business to 100K a month within 7 months. So what changed? Well, he finally was able to put into action all of the things he knew how to do, but he didn't have the ability to consistently do. And this skill that allowed this transformation is not self-belief, because self-belief can even be dangerous. Why? Because it is unspecific. It doesn't tell you what you should focus on or improve at. It's also conditional. You can be very confident in your ability to design a product or to sell it, but you may be very unconfident in marketing, and therefore you stay stuck. And it's also very fragile, because as soon as you have a setback in an area you felt confident about, you typically crumble. It takes a lot of time to build that confidence back up. Now, the secret skill is also not motivation. So motivation is very important, but it is not something that you can rely every day. You must rely on something else. And that something else is called self-efficacy. That is the scientific term the psychologist who first formulated this skill, Albert Bandura, back in the 70s, put to it. And in essence, is your belief in your ability to figure things out, not in yourself, but in your ability to figure things out. Unlike self-belief, self-efficacy is rooted in action. It is precise in what it is focused on, and it builds up as you develop new skills, achieve new things, and consistently prove to yourself that you're becoming increasingly capable of handling higher levels of complexity. While self-belief is not specific and fragile, self-efficacy is very specific and is robust. It becomes better over time. In essence, self-efficacy is the secret skill of elite performers. It is what allows them to consistently try new things without getting discouraged if they don't go their way. In fact, there's research that proves a correlation between self-efficacy and entrepreneurial success. The more you believe everything is figure outable, the more successful you become. And examples of self-efficacy is a first-time founder who jumps into an industry he knows nothing about, but still is confident in his ability to figure things out. Or a second-time entrepreneur who, after a painful failure, is able to go at it again. Or historically, someone like Hernan Cortés, the Spanish conquistador who showed up in Mexico with 400 men and was able to conquer an empire in the millions. In essence, anyone who deeply believes in his or her ability to figure things out. Now, the question then becomes, how do you train it? How you can consistently build up your self-efficacy so you can tackle ever-increasing levels in business and life? It's simple. You architect your life around it. Everything that you think, that you do, that you surround yourself with must be directed towards building your understanding of yourself as someone who figures everything out. But research proves that there's basically 5 ways in which you can build this up. The first way is what they call having consistent mastery experience. A mastery experience is when you realize that you have achieved something that had built your skill level. When you set out to achieve something and you actually achieve it and you realize you have become better through that experience. That is a mastery experience. The more you achieve, the higher your self-efficacy. Way number 2 is vicarious experiences. When you see someone else doing exactly what you want to do and you tell yourself, well, if that person can do it, I probably can too. He's not smarter than me or any different. That is a vicarious experience. So the more you expose yourself to people that are doing just the same thing that you want to do, the more your self-efficacy will grow. The third way is through societal expectations. So when you talk to parents, mentors, coaches, people that build up your self-efficacy by showing you the skills you need to master, the path forward, and how other people have achieved it, you tend to believe in your ability way more. The fourth way is visualization. This wasn't discussed by Bandura, but by James Maddox, but still applies, is when you visualize every single tiny thing you need to do in order to build your self-efficacy. When you focus on something and you visualize that thing and you visualize yourself completing it, that builds your self-efficacy. And 5 is to stay in positive states of mind. See, when you're depressed or anxious or burnout, your self-efficacy goes down. But if you are consistently uplift, optimistic, and in a positive state of mind, when your state is up, your self-efficacy naturally also increases. So these are the 5 ways in which research tells us that we can build our self-efficacy up. First is by having consistent mastery experience. 2 is by having vicarious experience, seeing others doing the thing we want to do. 3 is by surrounding ourselves with mentors, coaches, and parents that can support us when we're achieving this thing. 4 is visualization or imagined experience, when you visualize yourself actually successfully completing the thing. And 5 is to stay in positive states of mind. Now, what is the protocol that I typically work my clients through in order to build your self-efficacy? Well, before I share it, remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this stuff that we publish every week. So the protocol is very, very simple. It works every time and you can start applying it right now. The first step is define with precision what you want. Why do I say this? Because most people are trying too many things at once and they're not intense enough in any of those things. That also, they do not understand what success looks like in the thing that they are trying to achieve. So the first step is to define with precision what it is that you're trying to achieve and what does success look like. Let's put an example. Let's say that you want to create a new marketing system on Facebook. Well, if you are going to be getting Facebook leads, you define with precision what mastery of that new channel would look like. Let's assume that you're going to be getting 10 new clients every single month thanks to Facebook, and the cost per acquisition will be below $1,000. I don't know what your business is. Well, that is a very clear hypothesis of what success looks like for you in that system. Step number 2 is to execute with precision and intensity. That is very important. So everything you do is directed towards building your skill up on Facebook ads. And you're seeking max your experience along the way. You're trying to have small wins every single day that prove to you that you are consistently getting better. So you're looking at the data, you're setting your experiment, researching new angles, putting out more creatives, in essence, willing to build your own war chest of micro wins that can foster higher self-efficacy. Then third, you surround yourself with other folks that are building their businesses on Facebook, that have already mastered that channel. They can prove to you that 10 clients a month is actually very easy to achieve. Then 4, if needed, you get the best course you can find. You find mentors, you find coaches, you find people that can build up that social persuasion aspect of self-efficacy, that can teach you new ways and support you along your way. And finally, you build systems, not emotions. So you do not rely on your emotions to build or manage your business. You just rely on the data. Irrespective of how you feel about yourself or how you feel about the work, you show up and do the thing in a systematic manner, seeking, once again, those micro wins that will build your self-efficacy up. And there you have it. This is the secret skill that elite performers typically leverage in order to succeed. It's not about blindly believing in yourself. It's not about being confident or being motivated. No, it's about being dead certain that you're going to figure out anything that you set out to achieve, because you're going to be stacking up micro win. You're going to be visualizing what success looks like. You're going to be seeking out help from people who have achieved what you want to achieve. You're going to be researching the hell out everyone that has achieved it before you, and you're going to be focused on the data, not letting get swayed away by your emotions. This is how elite performers do it. This is how Elon Musk set out to revolutionize the aerospace industry, knowing zero about the aerospace industry. He had this profound self-efficacy skill working from him. If you want to build this up the fast way, we work with 2 entrepreneurs per week. We can get your self-efficacy to the moon within 5 to 6 weeks. So book a call with us and let's take it from there. See you in the next video.